What is up, guys? Welcome back. Haven't seen you guys in a while. Hope you had a good Christmas, and hope you're looking forward to New Year's. I've also missed Failure Friday for the last 2 weeks for a couple different reasons, so figured I'd jump on here. First time streaming since before Christmas, and turn this into a failure flight in the V-Skylabs DC-3. I think the rules for Failure Friday are 200 nautical miles, but since this thing doesn't exactly cruise that fast, this is going to be 120 miles, which should be about 45 minutes time en route, which is roughly, I guess, what we're getting with the 200 nautical mile trips in other planes, which should be good. Plus, the first thing we're going to do is start it up, and so we'll have failures on it from the very beginning before we even put a flight plan or anything in. Haven't done anything to the plane. We've got 3,500 pounds payload on board and 2,500 pounds fuel, which is more than enough for our trip. And we're currently in Grand Canyon West, which is 1 Golf 4, and we're going to fly to Sedona, Arizona. Not expecting any weather along the way. There's no SIGMETs or AirMETs or anything like that. No clouds to speak of. So without further ado, I'll jump in the cockpit here. First, I'm going to go back and close the door. Excuse me, coming through. There we go. Let's see. Number 1, open up these cowl flaps. Nice and open there. Prop RPM full forward, and I think we're going to go auto rich for start. We'll leave the throttles about there. It has been a while since I've flown one of these things. Also, so normally, I'm not sure what the protocol is, but I think that you would select the same tank for both, but we're going to do, so left tank, left engine, right tank, right engine. That way we don't have to switch tanks and stuff during the flight, which should make things a little bit easier. If there's an issue, I should be able to cross-feed to sort it out, but I don't know. Not a DC-3 pilot. Not sure what to do there. Up to the overhead. Let's go. Master battery on. Strobe light. Recognition light should be beacon. She is fired up. Right mag, right booster pump. And we should be good to go. Double check the parking brake is on. Started up pretty good. Right engine, start. We can get our right gen on, turn the booster pump off for now. And left booster. Double check fuel tank selected, engine number 1, starter. That did not turn over. Oh, probably help if I turn the mags on. Both. Take 3. There we go. Left booster pump off, left gen on. With that freaking sweet F-mod sound. Alright, both engines are on, so let's go to flight configuration, not you. Customize failures, set mean time. I think we're at 350 is what we were doing. Done. Apply. There we go. While we're at low RPM settings on the ground, I'm going to turn on the carb de-icer. Get the carb heat on. And we'll get a flight plan in here. Turn this guy on. We're going to Sedona. One Golf 4 to Kilo Sierra Echo Zulu. Doesn't really matter for us for our purposes because this doesn't, for flight plan, there is an autopilot for the plane, but it's basically sort of control. It controls your primary flight control surfaces and secondary flight control surfaces. So you get rudder and aileron and elevator, but you control each one individually. So we can't track an LNAV line. So we'll climb and I'll get it set up to follow that basically. I get to desired track here is 113 from our current position, and our current track at the moment is 175. So once we're airborne, we'll sync these up so they're both heading the same way and we're on the magenta line. That's all good. Let's get a transponder code 1200 is on alt and 122.0.
Kilo India Golf Spike Airport information.
Keeper, what's up,
Delta
dude?
1551 Zulu weather wind 090 at 6 visibility 10 sky clear temperature 0 dew point -8 altimeter 3019 advise on initial
3019
Delta
information Delta 0906, is that what they said? Something
Kilo
like that?
India Golf Spike Airport information Delta 1551 Zulu weather wind 090 at 6 visibility 10 sky clear temperature 0 dew point -8 altimeter 3019 advise on initial contact. You have information Delta.
Welcome, dudes. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. It is not the freeware one. I'll explain that in a second. Let me get this.
Kilo
What is
India
our...
Golf Spike
Shut up.
Airport information Delta 1551 Zulu.
Unicom. Should be a CTAF. 1 Golf 4 CTAF there. 122.9. So, my instructor said if I passed my private check ride, he'd give me a gift certificate. So I got a gift certificate and used that to buy this. It's a bit of an upgrade, better than the free one, but the free one, obviously, for what you're paying, it's actually pretty good. It's one of the best freewares out there. Just, I don't know, like the C-47, the DC-3, it's one of my favorite planes. I wanted a bit nicer one. She's doing pretty good. Alright, what do I gotta do here? Best. I think we're good to go. 0906. Snap. Hey, it's free. Can't argue with free. Hang on a second. I gotta switch networks here. See, this is a little bit better. Yes, you do, baby.
Downwind for 15.
0906, so I guess we're going to take off, what we got, runway 35? 17? Where's the windsock? Hello?
Downwind for 15.
There's a windsock in here somewhere. Oh, there we go. Alright, runway 35.
Just above 500 feet from the threshold here.
Tail wheel lock. There we go. See if I can do this without causing millions of dollars worth of property damage. Dutch baby, what up, bud? How you doing?
Just above 500 feet from the threshold here. Yeah, arrow's just touching down.
For some reason, the chat is not coming through to my computer. Come on. There we go. I just about barely cleared those, eh? What you up to, buddy? How was dinner? What'd you eat? What'd you make? Look at that beauty.
Breakfast traffic to back top of uniform. Overhead the field will be joined into mid downwind for runway 15.
Lulu, what is up, buddy? God, I got a whole fam in here.
Breakfast traffic to back top of uniform. Overhead the field will be joined into mid downwind for runway 15.
Here's something new that I did that is a little different from when we flew together, Deutsch. I don't know why, but we had both engines on the same tank and we were switching back and forth. I mean, I'm not sure what you do in real life, but why not just put, I got the left engine on the left tank and the right engine on the right tank. That seems a little easier. Max, how you doing? Ooh, baby. Doing well, thank you. How's everybody's Christmas? We're crawling here. Let's speed this up. Call me a Philistine, but what is that exactly? Are you deglazing a pan, or are you making a sauce with it, or what? Oh shit. Kron, welcome, thank you.
Okay, we'll be in behind you next.
We'll do our best. So if you guys are the first time in a stream, normally on Fridays I do we turn the failures on and we turn the mean time between failures way down, and I haven't done one in a couple weeks, so this is kind of a failure flight for us. Failures are on at the moment. Horseman, okay?
Then you short final there? Okay, we'll be in behind you next.
Alright, park and brakes. Let's go, landing lights. I guess we can throw some flaps in there. That will do. We'll turn off the carb heat. See ya. Huh? Maybe. Carb de-icer. If she starts running rough, remember to turn that back on. Maybe. Mixture is auto rich. Props are full fine. And I think we're good to go. Flight plan is in there, and we're on the CTAF frequency. So, park and brake.
Formation with a yellow sailor craft. We're going to cross overhead the field and start a bit left downwind for runway
3-5 on the pavement. And double check our hydraulic pressure and landing gear pressure good. Temperatures, pressures are normal. Gen's on, voltmeters both positive. Alright, let's do it. Man, I'm doing well. Lee, how you doing, buddy? I'm looking at about 40 inches of manifold pressure. See ya. Tail wheels up. 60 knots. Bye-bye. Tap the brakes. Gear coming up. You're right, it doesn't. Go ahead and clean the flaps up. And we'll start our east turn. So I think the highest terrain feature between here and there is 9,200 feet. And since we're going east, it's going to be VFR flight, so odd thousands plus 500, so we'll do 11,500 feet. Should be low enough that we don't have to worry about hypoxia or anything. Keep turning. Bring the RPMs back a little bit. Alright, looking at the GPS, desired track is 113 degrees. Okay, bring it around so we're a little bit southeast of that until we intercept the magenta line. Alright, now we're tracking 120, so eventually see like the CDI deflection right there. Actually, while we're thinking about this, it'd be 113 degrees. Oh shit. About right there. I'm down for some peanut butter. Probably don't need it after the volume of crap that I've eaten in the last week. Are you talking about on the radios? Might have been.
I'm in with traffic, Golf Osprey, November, backtracking 3-1.
Turn these guys off. So essentially the way that the autopilot works on this is that it captures your current, like, I don't know, kind of attitude, and then locks the controls in that position. And then you use these, so you got rudder, aileron, and elevator to control attitude from that point on. And since you're really, all you're talking about is pitch and trim and stuff like that, I might just do it manually. We'll just put the trim in ourselves. It is, but the freeware one will follow, like, so it has that pop-up GPS and it will follow an LNAV in that. This one doesn't. So, I mean, I guess that's more realistic. Yeah, usually with that one, it feels kind of blasphemous to use a GPS. I usually just did VOR stuff with it. But given where we're going today, there's no VOR at Sedona, so we have to navigate other ways if we lose our GPS. So hopefully that's not one of the failures. We have to come up 11,500 to go. CDI deflection is coming down. So we'll intercept that in just a second. And so far everything looking pretty normal. One of the few places in the country at the moment that's not covered with clouds. There's like crazy weather systems going on all over the place. Looking good, Grand Canyon.
Traffic Park Kilo, turning right downwind 32.
Yeah, it's ortho. I would be seriously impressed if this was like default X-plane scenery. Ooh boy. Oh shit, shot through 11,500. My bad. Let's correct that. Got 30 inches manifold pressure, and I'll bring your RPMs back to 2,000. And we'll go auto lean.
Traffic routes on Quebec, over Route 1.
Alright, we're right on the CDI, so we'll go bring this back a little bit to the left. Need a track 113 degrees, roughly.
Traffic Kilo Oscar Vector, stay in position 3-2 and hold for traffic.
Flaps are up. No, I wouldn't say so. I mean, the sounds that come with it are pretty good. They're better than the default, but they both use the F mod. And the only reason that I got it was that I had a gift certificate. I don't think I would have paid for it. No, I don't think people should, probably. Although apparently McFaddy said that they're working on a new version that uses modern avionics, which to me, like, why? I don't think I would fly a DC-3 with a glass cockpit.
3-2 and hold for traffic.
I mean, the outside textures are a bit better too. It does have the Buffalo Air, but you know how I am with registration numbers. It's a Canadian one. I only fly North Americans, baby. Or I mean, American ones. November numbers. Alright, there's 11,500. Let's see if I can trim this thing out. trim input's not as granular as I would like.
Traffic from the spring. Silver gravel pit. 2000. Joint midway. Traffic plumber to Kilo, turning right, Main Street.
It is, but the tail number is Canadian. It starts with a Charlie. I like it. It looks good.
Traffic plumber.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna turn the. Let me get this back to 500 feet. All right, bring it back to the right a little bit. I'm not racist. I'm a purist. All right, turn the autopilot on. This position. Now we're going to control everything with these inputs. In the AeroWorks, there's a way that you can use the directional gyro here. You can actually move it around. What did I do? So I can move the heading indicator, the heading bug, left and right, but it doesn't seem. I don't know if you can control the plane by using that. Already back 200 feet up. When you fly around England, do you always fly airplanes that have a Gulf registration? Because I mean that's the way that I am in the States. I would rather fly one that had a November number than not. Is that weird? Alright, now we're like right on the CDI. Again, bring this back left. Go back to 113 degrees. It feels like doing this, you're just constantly correcting back and forth. You can't really get it right on the numbers there. All right, 116, 115, 114, 113.
Drop and pop to Kilo, turning final.
We're getting back to 11,500 feet. There we go. Now the plane's kind of going where we wanted to go. The external model's a bit better than the AeroWorks too. There we go. November 877, Mike Golf.
Drop and pop to Kilo, turning final.
Bring the cow flaps trimmed up a little bit.
Planning to join mid-right 32. We have traffic in front of us. We'll get a V92. And there's another one.
I guess the other thing that it has that the AeroWorks doesn't is like an interior textures and seats and stuff. There's a way that you can remove the seat so it looks like a cargo plane as well, but it's not. Don't know how.
Planning to join mid-right 32. We have traffic in front of us. We'll get a V92. And there's another one.
Alright, let's review some safety procedures here. Engine out. Right propeller, left propeller, feather. The gear extension here, I'm guessing, I don't know how you do that if you had no landing gear, hydraulic pressure. Don't think you can click on, can click on that. Air Hauler 2 working on an XP version, what is that exactly? Is it like an economy system or something? I'm guessing that's going to be payware. I always thought it'd be cool if they could somehow, so for example, FS Economy, you can use multiple different sims, and it has its own kind of economy, obviously. It'd be cool if you could incorporate like truck simulator as well, like you drive a truck full of freight to a specific location that's near an airport, and then from there somebody else would fly it somewhere. Like you could have multiple games, same with train simulator. I think someone could probably do that if they had the know-it-all. Yeah, I think anything that adds an extra layer to flights, that gives you a reason to do a particular flight to maybe an airport that you wouldn't normally fly, I'd be into that. Transport Tycoon. Somebody should be able to build that. You're a computer guy, aren't you? Keeper? Just tell Ither. He does that shit for hobby. You're just a data guy. It's part of it. 2, see what waypoint we get here. 114. $70 miles. Once we get close, I should be able to navigate visually. I kind of know where it's at. Later, Dutch baby. Let me know how that food turns out. Holding heading pretty good right now, 114, 114. And altitude as well. Get anything cool for Christmas, Keeper? What'd you get? Nice. What kind of cars? Oh shit. When you doing that? Do you have a GoPro? That'd be sweet. Film that. And do you play racing sims too? That is awesome. You any good at them? Guess you're about to find out. How was that? Same cars? Are these the AMG GT3s? Oh, so you're getting bumped up to the big boy cars because you did that one and you did well at the first one. What kind of car? Yeah, what kind of cars would be the in-between course? And the pro one, I'm guessing, is the with the AMG GT3, like the two-door coupe. Do you know, I guess you follow racing, I guess. Do you follow American Le Mans racing? American sports car racing? We have the Petite Le Mans right where it's probably about a 20-30 minute drive from where I live. And there's a road course that you can do. I don't know what kind of cars they have now, but they used to have those Panaz Roadsters. Might have been a Panaz school. That is freaking sweet. You nervous or are you excited?
Gotta get him up off the start of the circuit. Straight up and funny head southwest and funny to 1,700.
I bet. Do you have a GoPro? Is there any way you can film some of that? Or do they film it for you and give you like a souvenir or something? Are you trying to hot lap or do they do, is it basically just like you go out and have fun? Didn't McFaddy say that he used to do some racing in real life? Or am I making that up? Somebody that we know did. Maybe it was you. Did you ever like try to turn that into a hobby on the side? I mean, I guess that's pretty expensive, but... What kind of classics? I mean, what in South Africa do they call classics? Something that we also have in the States, or is it something that was built, manufactured in South Africa?
Drop Echo Victor Sierra, turning wide base over the 407 runway, 32 Touch and Go.
What racing sims do you play? Do you have Competition? That's how I actually got into flight simming in the first place. I actually built my PC to do racing simulators, and I had, you know, like a GT 300 RS, the T3PA Pros, and TH8A shifter. I was super into that kind of stuff for a while. And look at me now. I think they're fun. My friends and I, in Korea, they had racing cafes where you could go, and I think it was like 5,000 won an hour, which is about $4 or $5. And they had a bunch of PCs with 50-inch screens set up and a full racing gear, like the racing seat, pedal, shifter, and all that kind of stuff, so you could go and race together. Oh, go-karting. That's real. I mean, that's how most race car drivers get their start. 38 nautical miles, everything is still looking good. Should be able to get weather here in a second. 118.85 is what it says for ASOS. AWOS. That's one of the things that I didn't realize until I started. I mean, not that I'm saying that racing simulators are exactly the same thing as racing in real life, but they're just, I mean, even as good as I think that I got, there was always people that just a second or two faster than you, and that's really hard to pull out that much time. I mean, once you get fairly competent where your lap times are consistent, finding an extra tenth here or there is a big deal, but to be like a second faster than someone, it just feels like those people are aliens. And I don't get it. See if we can get an ATIS frequency. K says there's fly. Here we go. Details. AWOS 118.5. 118.52. Maybe that was.
Sedona weather. Wind calm. Visibility more than 10. Sky clear. Temperature -8. Dew point -13.
-8.
Altimeter 3009.
3009.
Sedona weather. Wind calm. Visibility more than 10. Sky clear. Temperature -8. Dew point -13. Altimeter 3009.
Okay. That's not very helpful. So normally in real life, I get on the CTAF. What is CTAF there? Pull that back up. 1230. About 30 miles out, listening to see what runways are using, but obviously no one's going to be doing that. So, let's see, we got runways 03 and 21. So there's the airport. We'll do, plan on 03. Airport elevation is 4,800 feet. So it'll probably be 5,800 pattern altitude, and we'll enter the downwind on the 45 from this direction for 03. About 15 miles, we'll start descending. Get these guys back on. Carburetor de-icer. Alright, there's the runway. That's probably midfield. Let's do this. We'll disengage the autopilot, if you could call it that. Go off. I'm not sure how, I mean, I guess it works the same way as it does in another carbureted piston plane, but usually at higher RPM settings you wouldn't need carburetor de-ice. We're gonna get about 15 miles, we'll start descending, so I'll reduce the throttle, we'll turn the carb heat back on. And go ahead and get these guys on while we're thinking about it. Lights. Make sure both the fuel tanks are even. Carburetor. Sometimes in X-plane, when you're flying carbureted planes, you get like that carb ice warning. Normally you wouldn't have to worry about it if your relative humidity was low, but X-plane seems to do it all the time. So when the carb de-ice is on, pulling the throttle, carb heat on. And mixture, and go back to auto rich. Start bringing the RPMs back up. So when you do unfeather or increase your RPMs, it flattens out the blades. So it actually helps slow you down. Alright, props full fine, mixture auto rich. We have fuel pumps on. There's the airport. We'll start turning in and we'll join that downwind from roughly the 45 here. Although, because I use active sky, sometimes the ATIS that you get in X-Plane is not actually representative of what weather you're going to see on the ground, so maybe really zoom in and see a windsock. Oh yeah, fat chance seeing that. Oh, I think I see it. Yeah, alright, we'll take 03. Alright, double check. Landing lights are on. Fuel pumps are on. Mixture is auto rich. Props full fine.
Echo Victor Sierra, space is final. Runway 32 full stop.
About 1,000 above TPA now. Nothing yet. See what happens when I try to put the landing gear down. Although this one's not too bad. I mean, the wheel's up like that. Your props are going to get screwed up, but there's still technically some rubber down there on the bottom.
Victor 28 Kilo, turning downwind, 32, touch and go.
Alright, let's turn the carb heat off. Carb de-icer, see ya.
Victor 28 Kilo, turning downwind, 32, touch and go. Traffic Victor 28 Kilo, turning downwind, 32, touch and go.
Alright, let's see if the landing gear come down. It's at 6,000, that's roughly our traffic pattern. We're in landing gear range. The position indicators are on the first officer side. Oh, down and green. Most of these end up being boring. There's really been a handful that something bad happened. I just leave it on all the time. Make every day Failure Friday. Alright, let's turn our base here. I don't like the turn coordinators all the way over there on the other side.
Traffic Victor 2. Bye.
This is where X-Plane gets wonky. Like, in real life, your airspeed comes from the pitch. So if you want to go faster, you'd push the nose down, and if you want to go slower, you'd pull the nose up. And then you get altitude, you control your altitude and your sink rate by throttle. Like, when you hit the flaps in real life, the nose actually goes down, not up. There's no, like, ballooning.
Traffic in your Black Road Road goes crossing over the Burma Pit.
Alright, let's see if I can do this without bouncing. Roughly like 90, 95 knots, I guess, miles an hour. Get the flaps up, then I'll put all the weight on the main gear.
Traffic in your Black Road Road goes crossing over the Burma Pit. Going in the left and downwind for 3.
Oh shit, come on. I'm not gonna make that one. Got a little squirrely on the rollout there. We did choose the right runway, according to the flag over there. Alright, let's get this back into auto lean.
Traffic Oscar Charlie Hotel crossing 2709.
Turn the landing lights. See ya. Drive it off the taxiway into the dirt, no big deal.
Traffic Victor 2 Kilo turning downwind for 3.
Yeah, I think the biggest difference is the outside.
Traffic Victor 2 Kilo turning downwind for 3.
The cockpit looks good. I mean, it's obviously better than the AeroWorks as well, but I wouldn't say it's like huge improvement. Like I said, definitely, if you're paying for it, I don't think it would be worth $26, considering how decent the freeware is.
Early in the downwind for spacing. Traffic overhead the field, turn your mid downwind now, please. Victor 2 Kilo right-hand orbit, early in the downwind for spacing. Traffic overhead the field, turn your mid downwind now, please.
Alright, parking brakes. Go radios, avionics off. Bring this back to about 1200 RPM. And fuel cut off. Mags, gens, lights, and battery. She done. Let's watch a replay. Actually, first, where is the failures? See if we got any. Oh no, our beacon light failed. What? Oh, EGT 2. I don't even think there's an EGT readout for instrument here, so that's not a big deal. Fuel pressure, also lost that. I did notice that there was a difference in fuel pressure between the two tanks, but it wasn't huge, and it also fixed itself towards the end. G1000, primary flight display, co-pilot side, we lost. Oh no. 430 was good, navigation, all that's good. Wait, wing, like, can the wing just stop working, like fall off? Yeah, so the fuel pressure gauge broke and what else? Something stupid. Fuel pressure and EGT. There's not even, I'm pretty sure there's not one. EGT? Maybe the carb temperature. I mean, that's technically exhaust gas when you have the carb heat on. Whatever. Replays. We had a tiny bit of a bounce, but not too bad. Sync rate, sync rate. Oh no, surprisingly no bounce. I've definitely had worse landings in tail wheels. See what the wing views are like in this thing. There's a really cool Matt Guthmiller episode where he flies out here. This would be an awesome airport to go to in real life. I mean, obviously it looks pretty good with ortho and stuff, but you get that weird distortion on fast altitude changes, like over here. Yeah, just imagine what it looks like in real life. Oh yeah, we had a baby bounce. Let me park this thing. Also, imagine it'd be weird to sit in a cockpit when you're kind of aimed 40 degrees up in the air. It wouldn't feel normal until the tail wheel comes off the ground. Alright dudes, as per usual, we'll let it go to engine shutdown. It has the F-mod sound. I don't remember if there's any sort of sounds that are associated with that, but I'll leave it until then, but I'll get on here. Keeper, have fun at your driving course if you get some opportunity. Get that GoPro, make some videos, take some pictures. Thank you, my friend. Thanks for stopping by. Glad to hear you had a good Christmas. Guys, everybody else, thanks for hanging out. We love ya. See you next time. Peace.